As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. Carl Jung, when we learn about influential and successful people such as Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, or say Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, William Shakespeare, Nelson Mandela, and so on, we often feel a little inadequate. Their lives were so meaningful, how could ours ever compare? The purpose of life, according to Carl Jung, has nothing to do with what you achieve. It has to do with who you are and how you act. According to Jung, the entirety of an individual's being can be described by our psyche, encompassing all our conscious and unconscious aspects. At the center of our consciousness, everything we are aware of is our ego, but there is so much outside of the ego that we do not acknowledge. In the center of our unconscious, everything that is hidden to us, lies our shadow or our dark side. According to Jung, in our unconscious lies the key to finding our purpose in life. This is because the purpose of your life is not something objective or universal. It is something unique to you. Carl Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology, often referred to as Jungian philosophy. He published multiple books, including The Psychology of the Unconscious, Man and His Symbols, The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, Modern Man in Search of a Soul, The Psychology of Transference, Memories, Dreams, and Thoughts, and the relations between the ego and the unconscious. In this video, we will talk about the steps you need to take so that your dark side can reveal your life's purpose, according to the philosophy of Carl Jung. Get to know your darkness, Jung says. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Everyone has a unique meaning and purpose in life, depending on who you are and what you want. As a result, you need to know who you are before you can begin to figure out the purpose of your life. Many people believe they know themselves well. You might think you're familiar with your traits, strengths, weaknesses, and desires, so you might be tempted to dive straight into finding your life's purpose. However, in order to truly know yourself, you have to do what Jung called self-realization. Each person is made up of both conscious and unconscious parts, the aspects of ourselves we are aware of, and those we are not. The shadow, or dark side, is the hidden part of our unconscious that holds repressed desires, emotions, and traits. Your shadow might contain feelings of laziness, envy, or anger, as well as hobbies or interests that you're ashamed of or think you should have outgrown. Because the shadow resides in the unconscious, you're often unaware of what's in it. These traits have been repressed and ignored for so long that they no longer surface. Instead, you over-identify with your persona, the role you unconsciously play to be liked or appreciated by others. This persona is like a mask you wear in the world, and you may have multiple masks for different situations. Reintroducing yourself to your shadow requires genuine effort. Shadow work involves regularly stepping back and reflecting on your behavior, thoughts, and feelings in daily life. This can be done through journaling or meditation. Ask yourself, why did I act the way I did? Did it feel authentic? Why or why not? What was my initial instinct? How would I feel if the roles were reversed? It's about interrogating yourself as if you were questioning someone else. Jung emphasized that getting to know your shadow doesn't mean identifying with it. You don't have to define yourself by the traits you hide. Anger in your shadow doesn't make you an angry person. Simply acknowledge these traits, recognize, and accept that they are part of you. Another way your hidden shadow traits surface is through judgment of others. The traits you despise in others are often the ones you fear in yourself. This is called projection. So whenever you find yourself irritated by someone's behavior, ask, do I ever exhibit this tendency? If not, why not? Could this be a shadow trait of mine? Those who harshly judge selfishness often repress their own selfish thoughts. Those intolerant of impatience may be battling their own impatience. By taking time each day to reflect, journal, and ask yourself these probing questions, you begin to bring the unconscious into consciousness. Shadow work must be done regularly. As you change, there is always more to discover. Making a habit of it is key to moving toward a meaningful life. Work on yourself, Jung said. I don't aspire to be a good man. I aspire to be a whole man. After discovering your unconscious and perhaps less desirable traits, you might wonder, how can this help me save my life? You might feel worse about yourself because you can no longer ignore your bad sides. Jung acknowledged that figuring out who you truly are is intensely painful and frightening. Many people think repressing bad parts of themselves is the best way to get rid of them. Those who hide their anger seem gentle. Those who push past laziness seem productive. But repression doesn't eliminate traits, it strengthens them. Repressed shadow traits fester. When you're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, they erupt. People who ignore their anger have frightening outbursts. Those who repress laziness burn out. Ignoring something does not make it go away. Now that you know your shadow, you can work with it. Make your dark traits useful. Anger is only bad when excessive or unwarranted. When you're truly wronged, anger can help you advocate for yourself. Envy can motivate. Laziness can provide rest. Impatience can increase activity. When the context is right, you have to integrate your shadow, not eliminate it. Your shadow is not here to punish you, but to teach you. Your repressed traits are here to stay. Self-knowledge and the ability to use all sides of yourself is what you need to find your life's purpose. When your shadow is integrated, you become more yourself, balanced, harmonious, authentic. Once you've figured out how to use your shadow, it becomes easier to know what you want and need in life. Self-improvement never ends. As long as you keep improving, you add meaning to your life. Take action according to Jung. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. When you know who you are, how to handle your dark traits, and what you believe in, you must show it. Purpose is found in action, not thought. You can only claim you are a certain way if you act like it. This means living actively, not reactively. Don't just react to what happens, initiate. Don't wait for friends, go make them. Don't wait for a promotion, create a plan and pursue it. Don't wait for meaning, build it with your actions. Even people who do shadow work often slip into passivity. They think self-discovery is enough, but sitting back is what leads to a meaningless life. To live actively, challenge yourself. Ask, what do I believe in? What values do I hold? What do I want to accomplish this year? What do I want in the next 5 years? How do I want to contribute to the world? Your answers tell you what actions to take. Many people want to become authors, but few write consistently. They wait for inspiration or perfect circumstances. They live reactively. Active people write regularly, seek help when stuck, finish drafts with discipline, and reach out to agents. Not all meaning comes from career goals. Maybe you want to influence future generations. This could mean becoming a parent, teacher, youth counselor, politician, or starting a charity. Your chosen path determines the actions you must take. You can survive reactively, but you cannot find meaning that way. Meaning requires action. Embrace fear, Jung said. Where your fear is, there is your task. Most people avoid action not because they're lazy, but because they're scared. Action requires risk. Writing a book requires risking disappointment. Publishing a book requires risking rejection. Every action carries potential negative outcomes, which is frightening. Bravery is not the absence of fear. Fear avoids being dismissed. If pushed into the shadow, it grows stronger. Fear must be acknowledged. When you feel unable to act, ask, am I scared? What am I scared of? What might go wrong? How could I deal with it? Fear can be contained by preparation, but not rumination. Prepare for realistic outcomes, not imaginary disasters. Once you've minimized fear through understanding and preparation, you must leap anyway. Bravery requires facing fear, not eliminating it. Everyone who has done something meaningful has confronted their fears. Where your fear lies is where your greatest meaning lies.